Hi guys, I'm Zach and this is my new daily driver. It's a BMW 3 Series Touring. Why did I get one of these? I was looking for a car I could use every day and I wanted it to be practical, but I didn't want it to be too big and I didn't want it to be too small. And I also wanted it to have some dynamic driving characteristics. So I always find that BMW 3 Series does that really well. And I've always liked the look of the Tourings. I find them better looking than the sedans, so it was a no-brainer for me. And also I've got a soft spot for these. A few years ago I used to have a 330 diesel Touring and I used to love that car. So when I was looking for a new daily driver, it was like a no-brainer for me. Since I have a soft spot, it had to be a 3 Series Touring. This car is a BMW E91, so the E91 is the internal chassis variant, and it's an LCI. LCI means it's a facelifted version of the E91. And this version is a 318D, which is a 2-litre diesel with 143 horsepower. Which the cool thing is about that as well, is I could remap this and turn it into a 320D. And make it, well, turn it into having 170 horsepower instead of 143. We might do that in a later date and just give it a bit more poke. But why did I get a diesel car? Well, I wanted it to be frugal to run, and I always find that smaller, if you had to get a smaller engine car, a diesel's always good. The torque in a diesel for a daily driver is, oh, I really like it. I find them fast and the power's sort of relentless for a daily driver, so it was a good option for me. I would have liked a 3-litre, but this one I got this one offered at a good price, and I was quite happy with having a 2-litre diesel to use every day. It meant I would save a bit of money as well, because these cars are quite fast and they don't use much fuel. And I needed the Touring because I needed it to have a practical boot. So I've also got a dog that sometimes I have to carry around, and sometimes I take alloy wheels or spare parts, and it was a good option for me. So this is my daily driver, and to make it a little bit more mine, I'm gonna lower it on lowering springs, which I'll show you that as well. We'll film it, and I'm also going to fit an Apple CarPlay radio. So we're going to retrofit a touch.bin radio in place of the one that's in there now. This model doesn't have the bulging dashboard with the sat-nav in board, but well, I'll show you how it's going to look. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. I think with the lowering springs and with the entertainment system, it will just update everything. And I'm thinking of doing the wheels black, but I'm still a bit unsure about that. We'll see how we go along the way. I might do it, I might not. I don't know what to do. My old 3 Series had black wheels on it, and I loved it, and it actually looked really badass because it had lowering springs and it had X5 19-inch wheels on it, and it just looked really beefy. But I'm not going to fit 19-inch wheels to this car. One, because these are 18s, and when I do need to change the tyres on it, 18s, you have more brands available and different prices, and I just find as a daily driver you've got to consider all things. So, you know, if I can save some money on tyres, it's always good, and 18-inch wheels are always cheaper. That's why as well I didn't mind having a 2-litre diesel instead of the 3-litre. This is the ride height now. We'll see how low it goes when we do fit the springs. So yeah, right now I can fit, 3 fingers and a bit more. See how low we can go. Guys, we've got the car on the ramp. We're going to lift it up and we're going to fit some lowering springs. I decided to go for some ABAC. Normally I buy H&R lowering springs because they seem to lower the car more than other brands. But since it's a car that I want to use every day, I decided to go for ABAC and give them a try, see how they do. So I've gone for ABAC Pro Sport. I actually painted them black because they normally come in red, but I wanted them to sort of not blend in. I wanted them, I quickly rattle can them black, sanded them down and rattle can them black. So we'll see how it looks when we do put it on. and later we'll fit the screen also as well. So we're going to give it our own personal touch. So this is the spring compressor to use the original shock. We've got to compress it and then we'll fit the new shocks into the original OEM shock absorber. Then here we've also got, we're going to fit new bump stops, new front and rear bump stops, and these are drop links. While we're at it, we're also going to service the gearbox. This is the filter, and then the transmission fluid as well. There's about 12 litres in there. So this is the filter housing that goes on the gearbox. So we put a new one of those on and drain all the old oil out and put new oil. So the gearbox will be serviced also. While we're at it as well, we've had to put suspension arms, all new suspension arms. They're all brand new. And these drop links are from an M3 E46. Because we're lowering the car, they're slightly shorter, not much, but a couple mil, and it will just make all the difference when we do lower it. We've also, while we're at it as well, when we started taking everything apart for the shocks, I've also realised that the dampers are gone, so I've ordered new dampers as well, all round. On the front we're going to fit Satch dampers, and on the rear we've got Napa. These are the old suspension arms. The gearbox sump that we've got taken off, there's all the electro valves and stuff, and we're going to put the new filter on. The new sump with the filter integrated. So guys, this is the finished product. I brought it outside so you could have a nice look at it out in the daylight. I'm really happy with how it's looking. The lowering springs have done, I think, a perfect job of just giving that sort of, you know, a little bit more of a stance kind of look, just to lower it. It's quite a long car. I felt when it didn't have the lowering springs, it just looked a bit, didn't look right. I think because it's such a long chassis, I think now with the lowering springs, it just makes everything look much more nicer and streamlined. Before we had about 3 centimeters, well, I could fit 3 fingers in there roughly. I think now with the lowering springs, I can fit 2 and a little bit. So it's sort of gone down, let's just say about 1 centimeter. So I'm super happy with that. Like I said, H&R lowering springs will make the car go down even lower, but I'm happy with the Bilsteins. This car I have to use every day, so I think it's perfect. It's OEM plus. I'm still unsure if I should paint the wheels black. What do you guys think? Would you paint the wheels black or should I leave them silver? I must admit, silver, I do like them. I think it looks very sort of clean and a bit more simple. I think if I paint them black, it might look might give it a bit of a chavvy look, and maybe it's not the look I'm going for. But I must admit, my old car, my old 330 had black wheels, and that's sort of why I want to do it. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I'd really appreciate it, see what you guys think about it. Then also, I'm thinking of remapping the car. So we'll probably do another video on that if I do remap it. So yeah, stay tuned because I probably will end up doing it. And then regarding the tuned-in Apple CarPlay radio, I'm going to upload that on a short because I received the new radio when I went to plug it in, and when I was installing it, it didn't work. So I'm sort of falling back on time on that one. So I'll do a little short, hopefully tomorrow. So I'll probably upload it sometime during this week. But yeah, I'm going to do some few rolling shots so you can get a look of my new daily BMW E91 Touring.